As folks are filing in here, I want to welcome everyone to the Colorado Virtual College Fair. Tonight's format is being called a 6x6. So we have 6 schools on our panel, each of which will present for 6 minutes. If you have questions for the schools, certainly use the Q&A feature that you can find on your screen. You can type your questions to the panelists at any time, not just when they're speaking. So feel free to ask those questions, but do keep in mind that you have been muted and your camera is off. So the panelists cannot see or hear you this evening. If you enjoy tonight's session and you would like to see more colleges, we'll continue to do this through the week. So you can sign up for additional sessions to investigate and find those colleges that might be the right fit for you. If you want to, take copious notes tonight, please feel free. But if you'd rather, this session is being recorded and you can retrieve it from the website at which you registered, and that should be available within about a week from the end of tonight's session. So with that said, I would like to introduce Hank from Austin College to kick us off.
Welcome everybody, and welcome to my brief information session for Austin College. My name's Hank Ewert. I'm Executive Director of Admission at the college. I'll be assisted tonight by Sarah Hussein, Assistant Director of Admission, who will handle much of the question and answer. Also like to point out that I am the rep for the state of Colorado, so please stay in touch. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Austin College, a National Liberal Arts college that actually might not be your image of a private college in Texas or the southern United States. The campus is in Sherman, Texas, which is a small city a little bit north of the Dallas Metroplex and about an hour from the center of Dallas. The location provides both the calm of the small city, ideal place for a college campus, and the opportunities associated with one of the largest metropolitan areas in the country. Austin College is extremely diverse by any measure of diversity, whether it be race and ethnicity, knew I was going to do that, socioeconomic level, cultural background, religious background, political outlook, social preferences. We're extremely diverse. Austin College is also one of 2 members in Texas of the Colleges That Change Lives, CTCL. The other, Southwestern, is here with us tonight, by the way. And Austin College has been in every edition of Lauren Pope's book, as well as having been one of the colleges that founded the organization a few years after the first edition of the book came out. The cornerstone of Austin College is over its 170-year history. It was founded in 1849. It's outstanding academic quality. The college offers excellent programs across the academic spectrum with unusual strength in sciences. I'd like to discuss that first. We have a long tradition of outstanding results with medical schools, other graduate healthcare programs, and graduate school in science in general. The building that I think is going to be pictured next on your screen is the Idea Center, which is home of all the STEM departments at Austin College, and particularly worth mentioning, it's the largest academic building on campus and includes, among many things, the 3rd largest research observatory in Texas. There's the shot of the inside, the first level of the building. However, humanities, social sciences, and business programs at Austin College are equally robust, and the acceptance rate overall to graduate and professional schools exceeds 90% each and every year, reflecting the preparation and the motivation of Austin College students. A core value of Austin College is to connect students' academic and intellectual experience to the larger world. 2/3 of our students have an academic experience for credit outside the United States during their career, which puts Austin College in the top 10 in the United States in terms of international participation, according to the Institute for International Education. Also, large numbers of students participate in significant research projects during their undergraduate career, and equally large number have academically related internships far and wide. These applied learning experiences are so pervasive that recently the college added to its diploma requirements an applied learning requirement for graduation, which can be met with one of 5 different ways. Another really distinctive point is Austin College's 4-year graduation rate, which has enabled the college to actually establish a finish in 4 guarantee. If the student does her part over the 4-year career and still owes some credits at the end of that, the college will actually pick up the tab. Okay, now let's move to campus life. For me, the greatest thing about Austin College is the way that its diversity melds into a cohesive and supportive community. Students care about each other and celebrate their success. The campus is the hub of life for Austin College, despite the proximity to Dallas. It's the hub of life 24/7, and it offers a wealth of activities, organizations, and events. AC participates in NCAA sports at the Division III level, so students are not paid to play, and no one is governed by a scholarship contract. However, we're very competitive in sports, and our students support their teams. We offer 9 women's and 9 men's sports, with the most recent addition being women's and men's water polo. A recent highlight was winning our conference in women's basketball last year, advancing to the NCAA tournament, and our women's basketball coach was named the Coach of the Year in our conference. All right, let's talk about admission. You can't talk about Austin College admission without using the word holistic. We are genuinely holistic. There is never one number that automatically gets you in or keeps you out. We offer 4 deadlines and choice 3 applications. We have been test optional for 4 years. If you apply for admission to Austin College, you have automatically applied for an academic scholarship, and those are the largest of our various merit scholarships. All right, and now it's time to move on to the next college. Thank you.
Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Kathleen from Rice University.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Kathleen Anthony, and I am the admission counselor for Rice University for our wonderful students in Colorado. I am also a Rice alum. I graduated back in 2018, and I'm really excited to spend this next 6 minutes with you. Okay. So sorry, y'all. Let's try this again. Okay, hopefully everybody can see my screen. I do apologize that it is going to be a little bit smaller. Here at Rice University, we have 6 different undergraduate schools of study, and those are going to be architecture, engineering, humanities, music, natural sciences, and social sciences. Our students are able to have up to 3 majors among those, across those schools of study. We do have a 7th school of study, which is our Jones Graduate School of Business. It is a graduate-only program. However, our students do have the opportunity to minor in business and have exposure to that incredible school. Here at Rice, we also have something that we like to call flexible distribution, and that is our answer to a core curriculum, so to speak. So through flexible distribution, students are able to take courses across disciplines, and they get to kind of choose their own adventure in terms of what they would like to take and when they would like to take them. Distribution add to your major and give you both breadth and depth to your Rice education. Here at Rice, we strongly believe that learning extends far beyond the classroom, and we really want you to think of what if a university that has a boundless demand for knowledge was met with an endless supply. Here on campus, we have over 45 research centers and institutes, and our students are able to get involved with hands-on learning in any area of study from their first year on campus. In fact, about 68% of our student body is going to participate in research at some point during their academic career. I also want you to think about, what if going off to college felt like you were coming home? The Princeton Review ranks Rice #1 for best quality of life, and our residential college system is at the core of our student life experience, and I think is largely why we have that ranking. So the residential colleges are truly a microcosm of Rice University, and they create a very diverse community for our students to interact. They're going to be the hub of your social life, from parties to intramural sports. You're going to spend a lot of time in your residential college and getting to know the rest of your family members. Which is typically what we call our fellow residential college members. And the residential colleges also have opportunities for academic enrichment through different lectures and also through specific student-taught courses that are available to you. Each of the residential colleges are also going to have diversity facilitators who are dedicated to making sure that their colleges are an inclusive and welcoming environment for everyone. And finally, our residential colleges all have college magisters and resident associates, and those are going to be faculty and staff members who actually live in the college with you and work alongside you, and they serve as mentors and cheerleaders and are always there to lend a helping hand. We want you to think, what if getting ahead meant pooling together? Rice University is home to more than 280 student clubs, and they cover all different areas. You have academic clubs, pre-professional clubs, volunteering, performing arts, athletics. If you can think of an organization, we probably have it on our campus, which is really exciting. Of course, you also have opportunities to start new clubs and organizations if that's something that you're interested in. Rice also is an NCAA Division I school, and we have 14 varsity teams on our campus. They do compete in Conference USA, and one of the wonderful perks of being a Rice student is that you're able to attend all of the home games for free. Of course, we can't talk about Rice University without talking about the city that we call home. I want you to think, what if your Rice education extended beyond the hedges? Rice University is located just a couple miles from downtown Houston, and Houston is the 4th largest and the most diverse city in the country. We have over 6 million residents with over 145 languages spoken. And Rice has one of the most incredible cultural and performing and visual arts communities in the country. We have the 2nd largest theater district, second only to Broadway. Rice also has the benefit of being right across the street from the Texas Medical Center. The Texas Medical Center is the largest medical center in the world, and it's also one of the biggest employers in the state of Texas. And they have over 30 hospitals and at least 3 med schools in the med center that's available for our students to experience. Rice also offers all of the benefits of being in a large city while also feeling like you're a little bit closer to home and you still have access to lots of green space. Houston has over 56,000 acres of parks and green spaces, so if going for jogs or biking or hikes is something that you're into, you have the ability to do that. If you just want to go on a picnic in a park one day, we do have Herman Park right across the street. Finally, I just really quickly want to talk about affordability. We believe that talent deserves opportunity, and the Rice investment is a great opportunity for a lot of our low and middle income families. Here at Rice, we promise to meet 100% of your demonstrated need. And that'll either happen through the Rice investment or through other financial aid opportunities. So make sure that you check out the calculators that we have on our website. All right, and that's my cue. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to answer your questions.
All right, thanks, Kathleen. And now I'd like to welcome Jacqueline from SMU.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie, and I'm your counselor for SMU in Dallas, Texas. And I'm excited to be telling you a little bit about our university here today. So I love this photo here because it gives you a great view of our campus in relation to the city of Dallas. So we are about 5 miles north of downtown, 10-minute drive. So super close by. You have the city at your fingertips, but at the same time, you're able to have this traditional self-contained college campus where everything you need is within walking distance, your residence hall to the dining hall to the football field. Whatever you're doing is all here. And even in the immediate vicinity, walking distance from campus, you have access to restaurant, shopping, movie theater, comedy club, lots of different things for you to do. Again, just walking distance. So really great setup here. And all of our students also get a free public transportation pass for Dallas's public transportation system for all 4 years that you're here. So if you're going downtown for a sporting event at the American Airlines Center or a concert, you can easily travel back and forth. The QR code here, hopefully some of you were able to scan it, will open up our brochure that has all of our majors, stats about the university, and some of the application requirements. At SMU, we have our 5 undergraduate colleges. So we have our School of Business, Engineering, the Arts, Sciences and Humanities, and Education and Human Development. So over 100 majors and minors for you guys to explore. There's so much for you to kind of do. Usually we have about 2/3 of our students that are doing more than one major at SMU. And the goal for your advisors is always to figure out how your interests will fit in within your 4 years that you're here. So right now, typically about 1/3 of your 4 years at SMU will be towards your general education requirements. Then the other 1/3 is usually towards your major, and then that leaves 1/3 for you to do whatever you want, basically. So if you want to take lots of different classes, sort of electives in different areas, you can do that, or add that double major, or add minors across the different schools. You have so much flexibility, and that's something that really attracts students to SMU here in Dallas. And we have our 11 residential commons. This is essentially our fancy way of saying dorms, very similar and sort of influenced by the setup at Rice. This is going to be your immediate community on campus. You're required to be here for your first 2 years. So these will be some of the faces you'll grow to meet and sort of bond with, some of your first friends here on campus. There's lots of opportunities for you to do more than just sleep here. So for you to get involved, leadership roles, there's classrooms within the commons, there's professors that live in the commons as well. And this is their permanent home. So, you know, they like to say they're not mom and dad, they're not watching over you, making sure you're behaving, but they're there as a resource if you need advice on something. Sometimes they'll open up their doors for dinner time, so you get to have a home cooked meal. But really great way for you to see your professors outside of the classroom and seeing them as like real approachable people while you're here. And kind of talking a little bit more about the city of Dallas. So it is a huge asset for us. Again, just being in the heart of the city. Dallas isn't a place that has so many universities concentrated in Dallas. So you're really able to take advantage of so many of the opportunities here. And it's a city that has strengths across all different industries. So no matter what you're wanting to go into, there will be professionals here for you to connect with, internships for you to take advantage of throughout the semester. So while you're here for school, and that can open up your summers if you want to go home, you know, for an internship there or study abroad, whatever you're wanting to do at that time. But it definitely is a great launching pad for all of our students into their careers. And we do have a very strong alumni network in the city of Dallas, but we also have students that go all over. So while Dallas is definitely a great place for you to be, know that you won't be stuck here. Essentially, you can really end up anywhere in the world. As you can see, we have over 135,000 alumni globally. Usually we have about 59% of our students that stay within Texas. So that's usually spread out across Dallas, Houston, and Austin. But again, you can end up anywhere in the world, and there's some great resources for you on campus. We have our Heggie Career Center that works with all students across all majors, but we also have a career center for our engineering school. So if any of you are thinking about engineering, you have that additional resource there. We also have a career center for business students. So if you're thinking about studying business, again, you'll have double the resources in terms of career coaches, internship fairs, career fairs, and opportunities to network and build those connections with the professionals in your field. And lastly, just to kind of talk about the application process. So one huge thing with SMU is that you'll be automatically considered when you apply to SMU. This QR code opens up a PDF about financial aid and scholarships. The last 2 pages show you everything that you would be considered for at the university. We are test optional, so you don't have to submit scores to be considered for admission or for scholarships this year. But I look forward to working with you guys. Please feel free to reach out at any point if you have questions about the university. But thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you, Jackie. And now I'd like to welcome Cameron from Southwestern University.
Hello, everybody. Again, like she just said, my name is Cameron Wonk, and I am the admission counselor for Colorado from Southwestern University. Let me go ahead and get this screen pulled up. Excellent. I hope you can all see my screen. So with that being said, Southwestern we were founded in 1840, so we are the oldest institution of higher education in the state of Texas. And then we are also one of the other schools in CTCL that Mark mentioned earlier. And then we have a strong tradition of success rooted in personal relationships and investment in the individual success of every single student. We're located in Georgetown, Texas, which is a bustling and growing community of more than 80,000 residents. Located just 30 minutes north of downtown Austin and its vibrant arts culture, our students enjoy a fantastic variety of experiences. You have access to a wide variety of stores, restaurants, wrapped in a small town charm of Georgetown. I actually grew up in Georgetown. My parents and hometown house was less than 5 minutes from campus. And then you also still have that access to all those international festivals, major music concerts, Fortune 500 companies in your backyard. Whether Georgetown or Austin, you will love the outdoor recreation possibilities. You have at the more average of about 300 days of sunshine per year. Southwestern has approximately 1,500 undergraduate students from 40 states and numerous countries around the world. As a leading liberal arts institution, we offer over 40 different majors and minors. Hold on, let me pull this other screen up. And then we also have distinctive elements of our campus experiences where our active learning environment and the very intentional application of our unique Paideia education philosophy, which is our active learning. All Southwestern students graduate with the intellectual skills of effective communication, critical thinking, creative thinking, comfort, and collaborating with diverse groups in diverse settings. However, Paideia takes us a step further and ensures that all of our students are trained to no longer look at subjects, concepts, or experiences in silos, but rather recognize that there is always a way to connect them. In that way, Paideia trains Southwestern graduates to look at things that people might not be seeing or even considering. These outcomes are included as learning objectives in every course, every professor, and every semester. They are also supported in student participation in a wide variety of high-impact learning experiences. Since we're all undergraduate school, you have the opportunity to do research alongside our professors, study abroad, study away, internships. We have one of the top-ranked career and professional development departments in the entire United States, academic and leadership conferences as well. As you see, at Southwestern, our students are not simply passive consumers of current knowledge, but rather active participants in the creation of new knowledge. In fact, the entire Southwestern experience is designed to ensure that our students develop the skills necessary to explore original reasons of thought, solve new and complex challenges, and be on the forefront of change by anticipating what's next. Outside the classroom, our students are enjoying a robust campus life where nearly 90% of our students choose to live on campus all 4 years. As a residential campus, we do have a 2-year live on campus requirement. During that time, many of our students are either a member of one of the over 100 different student organizations on campus. We offer 20 Division III NCAA varsity teams. We have 9 national Greek organizations, Amazing Fine Arts, which was just ranked one of the top 10 best art schools in the Southwest, and so much more. Southwestern has enjoyed more than 176 years of storied success, and we look forward to another 176 as you a part of our family and legacy. There are 4 ways to apply to Southwestern. You can use the Southwestern application, the Coalition, Apply Texas, or the Common App. You can also see the deadlines on the slide as well. We are a test optional university, so if you didn't have the opportunity to take the SAT or ACT, you can go the test optional route. And then when you submit your application to Southwestern, you're automatically qualified for varying amounts of merit-based scholarship. 90% of our students receive anywhere from $0 to almost $28,000 a year, essentially for just submitting their application. And this year, our top competitive scholarships, we actually got rid of the testing parameter on those. They do have a class ranking or a GPA requirement to those, and those do require an interview. And then we are also offering in-person campus visits and other virtual presentations throughout the fall right now. And then some cool traditions that we have on campus is when you're graduating, you can actually go up into our Colon Tower and sign your name. And then there's also our concrete horse head called mantras. Many students during testing time, so midterms or finals, go and give food offerings, thinking that being very superstitious that they'll get better grades by doing so. And then my personal favorite tradition that we have is the yellow pirate bikes, as you can see from the picture, free for students to ride around campus, faculty and staff, and things of that nature. I know, being a Georgetown kid, I grew up on those little yellow pirate bikes and I had a great time. And that kind of concludes what I have for you. Here is my contact information. Again, I am your counselor for Southwestern. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce David from St. Edward's University.
All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see here. Okay, my name is David, and I am the Director of International Admission from St. Edward's University here in Austin, Texas. I'm going to start by speaking a little bit about St. Edward's and our student body. So roughly 700 students in our freshman class, and overall around 3,400 students at St. Edward's. So we're a medium-sized university, private liberal arts university in Austin. On average, around 18 students in our classes and over 50 areas of study, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But we're a really diverse student body at St. Edward's, and I work with a lot of the students who come from outside the US. As you see, we have 57 countries represented, and about 7% of our overall enrollment are from students who come from outside the US. So it's great to have connections with your peers internationally. Also of note, over 100 student organizations on campus, and I'll talk about those in a little bit, as well as 11 NCAA teams. We obviously have an amazing mascot, which is a hilltopper. It's actually a goat, and we have 2 goats that come out and hang out with our students during homecoming events or other events on campus, which is super fun. And great opportunities for activity, including club sports, and all kinds of great things to do in Austin, Texas. Which is one of the reasons I think students love to come to St. Edward's, because we are about 5 minutes south of Austin. We're really in the heart of Austin. Austin is the 11th largest city in the US, around 1 million people, but we like to think of it as a big city with a small town feel. I mean, where we're located in Austin, right outside Congress Avenue, you can get most places in the city within 10 to 15 minutes. What's also kind of unique about Austin, we're the live music capital. So we have over 250 music venues in the city, and some of the world's biggest conferences and festivals, like Austin City Limits Music Festival or South by Southwest, which is the world's largest conference for technology, music, and film. Also some great economic news in Austin. We have over 6,000 technology companies in the city. The biggest news recently is that Tesla is coming to town. They're building a $1 billion factory about 10 minutes from our campus, which is really exciting news, especially in kind of bleak times during the pandemic right now. So Austin is still a great place to be and spend 4 years when you're at St. Edward's. A little bit about academics. Our top majors in terms of popularity are, I would say, business, psychology, biology, global studies, computer science. And then we also have some majors that are really reflective of the Austin industries that I just spoke about. So digital media management in our business school, digital marketing in the business school as well, or video game development, because we are home to over 100 video game companies in the city of Austin. So we just added a new major in animation that kind of dovetails really well with the video game program, and has some great majors in theater as well for students to get involved with. So what's really important is that you're going to have mentors throughout your experience on campus who will help you choose your major and choose your classes in your path to graduation. Something that's really important to mention is that we are a member of the Congregation of Holy Cross, which is, we're actually in the same congregation religiously as the University of Notre Dame in Indiana. We're founded by the same guy about 140 years ago. What this means for our students is that, and actually we are a very mission-driven university, is that we are committed to service and committed to the values of social justice and equality. And this really lives through our curriculum on campus, as well as the types of service that our students do in addition to their classes. What the Congregation of Holy Cross is about is, our slogan is educating the mind, not at the expense of the heart. So empathy is extremely important, and that's why we have a very strong focus on social justice your first year on campus as a freshman. Really quickly, there's opportunities for you to live on campus all 4 years. We have 6 freshman residence halls. One of our best residence halls, I think, is the Residential Village, which you see here on the right-hand side. It's an award-winning building. Most students at St. Edward's actually will have their own, a room that they share with another student, and then typically get their own bathrooms. Right now, because of coronavirus, actually every student at St. Edward's has their own room and own bathroom, which is really nice. But you typically will get to choose your community and who you live with. There's all kinds of great options to see housing on our website. There are 3 ways to apply to St. Edward's through our application on the website, the common application, as well as Apply Texas. We will offer you the application for free if you apply by December 1st. And as many of my colleagues have said, you're going to be automatically considered for merit-based scholarships when you apply to the university. And similarly, we are test optional. We're actually now permanently test optional. Given all of the, there's a host of issues really surrounding testing right now. We want to make sure that our students get the best evaluation with the best information. And so that's why we are not requiring a test score for admission or scholarship this year. Scholarships are up to $26,000 annually, although please check our calculator, our net price calculator, to get a good sense of what you'd receive in that process or in the need-based aid process through the FAFSA, because we're quite generous through both processes. And that's it for me. I'm going to pass it on to my colleagues.
You guys are on it today. So last but not least, we have Mark from St. Mary's University.
Good evening, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Mark Morales, and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at St. Mary's University. And let me go ahead and share my presentation with you all. As mentioned, I am with St. Mary's University, and I want to give you guys a quick glance at the institution. And through each slide, we only have 6 minutes, so I want to highlight what makes us different. We are a 4-year private Catholic Marianist liberal arts institution. We're founded by our Marianist brothers. Our Marianist brothers have embedded in our curriculum that we want to grow our students through a formation of faith, and whatever that faith may be. We want to make sure that they're growing in their faith. We want to make sure that our students have their heart bent to service, justice, and peace, and we do that by helping build in adaptation and change in our curriculum, that our students are very agile to move with what is happening. Obviously, COVID is a perfect example. Last March, we had to pivot very quickly. And as our students do that in the world, we want them to always remember that they're doing things for service, justice, and peace. With that said, we promise that we will teach our students in the family spirit, and that's very much what our Marianist brothers are about. Whenever you're able to come to campus safely, we encourage you to do so that you can feel what we call the campus magic and really feel that family spirit. And lastly, we promise that we will teach you and have a really quality education, a very transformative experience at St. Mary's, both in and out of the classroom. And that's what we mean when we say we're a Marianist institution. Some fun facts: we were the first Catholic institution in Texas, in the southwestern part of the United States, and the first higher education institution in San Antonio. If you've been to San Antonio, you've probably been to the iconic Riverwalk. We actually, our original site at St. Mary's is at the Omni La Mansion Hotel, located in downtown. That is where we were, that's our original site. That's why there's a St. Mary's Street and a College Street in downtown San Antonio. The Marianist brothers were offered the land that we're currently at. They bought that land for $1, and that's where we moved to our current location. Our mascot is the Rattlers. It's a rattlesnake. So you're probably wondering, why is a rattlesnake the mascot for a Catholic institution? And that's because there was a number of rattlesnakes when our Marianist brothers bought the land in our current location. And so that's why we are the Rattlers. We are the only law school in San Antonio. I think that's important to note when you look at our total enrollment, which is about 3,500. That includes law school students, graduate students, and undergrads. Undergrads, you're looking at about 2,300 students. Of course, you can't mention St. Mary's without mentioning San Antonio, and we've already done so. Of course, this is our iconic Riverwalk. You may have seen it on multiple commercials on television, or you've been to San Antonio. San Antonio is the top tourist destination in Texas. Of course, the Alamo is very, very synonymous with San Antonio. Of course, we have the Tower of Americas, a very distinguishing feature in our skyline. They have a great restaurant. But the tower, it's a really cool experience. We encourage you to go. And then of course there's San Antonio Spurs. We're very proud of them. We have free tickets for our students. A number of our students will intern with the Spurs organization. The Spurs are very committed to the city and with St. Mary's as well. Fun fact, the team physician for the Spurs is a St. Mary's alum. And then this is the Pearl area, the Pearl Brewery area. It's a area that has been transformed. There's a number of different eateries and bakeries and coffee shops. Our students hang out there. On the right-hand corner of this picture, you'll see Hotel Emma. It was named one of the most beautiful hotels in the country, and it's right here in San Antonio. And it's a really great spot for all of our students. And if you come to campus, we would encourage you to stay there. This is another great snapshot of St. Mary's. We have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Average class size is about 16 students. Another fun fact of how we're different, we were the first university to bring esports to the city of San Antonio, and we're one of the first esports team in the country to have a female head coach, which we're very proud of. We are Division II NCAA. We have 11 different athletic events, or athletic teams, excuse me, that you can join. This is going to be our gender breakdown in female versus male. We are a Hispanic serving institution, which is very important to point out as well. Our student population does mirror that of San Antonio. San Antonio does identify 60% Latinx or Latino, Latina, and that's very similar to our student body. There is a 2-year live-on requirement with St. Mary's, so that makes us a little different as well. We do have 13 different residence halls, though, that our students can choose from. And it's very important to note that we have no graduate assistants here at St. Mary's. All of our courses are taught by St. Mary's faculty who are experts in their field. 94% of our professors hold a terminal degree. As many of the institutions have said, many of us are moving to a test optional pathway for admission. St. Mary's is doing the same for fall 2021. And so you can see these are the 3 avenues where you can apply for admission, and all 3 of these application platforms are free. Whenever you apply to St. Mary's, you will be asked, do you want to apply with test scores or without test scores? Either one is completely fine. Of course, you can see the different checklists if you're applying with or without. If you're applying without scores, we would ask that you submit a resume in lieu of the test scores. And then on the bottom here, you'll see all of the optional materials for our applicants. We encourage all of our applicants, even though these are optional, we strongly encourage that you submit a personal statement, letters of rec, and a resume, and then any additional writing samples. I think we have 20 seconds left. Make sure you fill out your FAFSA. Please note that financial aid award letters are actually sent out in December. We actually send out awarding for financial aid a lot earlier than most institutions. We want to make sure that you connect with us, whether virtually through a campus tour. We have different academic sessions that you can choose from, or if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one Zoom video chat, you can do so as well. And then this will be our contact information.
All righty, thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
And thanks to all of our panelists. This has been a great evening. I hope you've all gotten some great information. When you, as participants, close your window, you will get a very quick 4-question survey. If you could take just a few minutes of time and respond to that for us, that will help us as we present future programs. Certainly sign up for more sessions. There are lots more reps and lots more schools to learn about. And as I said at the beginning, there will be a recording available within about a week of the conclusion of this program. So thank you again for joining us tonight, and take good care. Bye-bye.